pretty nice day. The temperature is nice. I'm gonna grab a couple of folding chairs and we're going to Morganton. I'm trying not to walk into this huge spider web. We haven't been using the carrying bags lately. I think we need to go back to the bags because these things are huge and bulky. They're not just your regular chairs. So we made it to Morganton. They're having a sort of a music festival today. It's instead of me quoting it wrong, I'm gonna look at the sign right here and show you what it's called. It's Morganton Play Music on the Porch. Here at the courthouse. They have this really nice old courthouse. Nice old style theater. So here at the courthouse, they have this band shell over here.
The rivers change direction across the great divide. The wind is blowing across the mountain and down on the valley way below. It squeezes the grave of my darling when I die. As we're high where I go, Lord, send the angels for my darling.
Come a little bit closer. Let's go dancing in the night. We know where music's playing. Let's go out and fill the night.
So we're waiting for the next band to set up. And they say this storm is gonna not really get us. The crowd's a little smaller now. Looks like it's only people with umbrellas left.
Yeah, you know, I told you that rain was going to go around. Some people said I'm a politician. You shouldn't listen to what I tell you. But it really is moving out. And you're going to be glad you hung around.
Alrighty.
There's a lot of talent on this stage now. Some of the best musicians in our area are here to play for you and sing for you now. Let's give a great big welcome to Sammy and the Academy.
Well, today is a very sad day. We are taking Favia to be processed. And her name is Favia because she was our favorite. In a lot of ways, she still is our favorite. But she's learned to break out of the fences. So for being smart, she's rewarded with having to sort of be gotten rid of. The problem is she's going to teach the other ones eventually how to get out or tear the fence down, and the other ones will just walk out, and that's dangerous for them walking out in the road or whatever. We keep two groups of sheep so that they have a portion of grass and they have a portion of grass, because putting them all in one, we'd have to move them every single day. And this group, Favia's not in here, so we got a regular fence. This group, we have to put in this extra wire to keep them away from the fence, so that, because she's been pushing under. And so now she puts her nose to this wire and she doesn't want to go under as easily. But last time we were moving them, we would take away the string and she would just jump out. Favia is the only sheep that would just walk right up to us. Well, I take that back. There's one other named Hadassah that will also do that. And Sweet Pea will come up to us slowly, but Favia would come up to us boldly and just like a pet dog or something. So it really is very sad to take her away, but it's just kind of what has to be done when your sheep is going to get out and get out and get out. The last time she was getting out, she kind of accidentally got caught in the fence and was dragging like half the fence across the field and then getting all tangled in it. If that happened when we weren't around, we've had some sheep get so tangled in the fence that it could cut off their breathing or something. You know, it could be dangerous to them. It might sound like I'm just justifying everything. And, you know, in some ways you sort of have to justify certain things within yourself to be able to do what has to be done. I've told this story to a few friends, but I was listening to a podcast of a crypto billionaire that had bought a large ranch, and he was learning from other local ranchers some things about ranching. And one thing was that the smart cow has to be shot. When one of the cows learns how to get out and break the fence down and let all the other ones out, that cow has to go. So this is kind of the same thing here, and it really stinks. Cindy doesn't mind putting up the extra wire, but it's just getting a little worse when she's getting caught up and tearing down whole fences and things. The population of our group is too big. We already know that we're gonna, little by little, all the rams are gonna be processed into the freezer. I think for the current size of our fields and everything, probably 8 or 9 sheep is good, because then we can breed and have a few more. But getting up to 18 recently was too much. We just don't have enough grass for that, especially when we have a little bit of a drought during the last few summers. So I think we're going to do most of that in October, November, December. We've already got an appointment set up in October, and we need to set up some more appointments. The processor stays pretty busy, so it's normally a few weeks out, or maybe a month, to be able to get in there. We'll see you later. Well, my back is doing a whole lot better, so that's a good thing. But it's been actually a tough few days. Today, obviously, taking Favia. Yesterday, a neighbor came by just before the sun was going down and said, hey, one of the sheep is out over at Rico and Monica's house, watching their farm while they're in Florida. So we went over there, and they keep a couple of the rams separate, and one of the rams had jumped the fence or something. The fence wasn't pulled down. The ram was over with the ewes, just standing next to their fence. So we chased him over into one of the other pens that we could sort of trap him into, and he kept jumping the fence and getting back out. So he ended up spending the night outside the fence. He would run off in the woods and we couldn't really see him, and we just decided he's gonna have to stay out overnight. But this morning he's fine. He's just standing there beside the ewes outside the fence, and he's on the safe side of the fence, the side that's away from the street, because most of their field is right along the road. Also yesterday morning, we found that one of their chickens had passed away overnight. We knew that it looked like something was wrong the previous day, but I really thought it might rebound. It seemed pretty perky. So then the day before that, we had a chicken that was going downhill really bad and had to put it down. And a few days before that, Claire had a car accident, and fortunately she's fine. She has some bruising around her shoulder where the seatbelt was. She got knocked around pretty good, but not really injured, just bruised. Passing by Rico's, so I was looking for the sheep. I see him back in the fence where we were trying to trap him last night. I'll have to see if Cindy closed him in over there. Okay, we're out here moving the sheep. And we're moving them way over there. Hopefully they'll listen. They're not listening. There they go. We're skipping this area because the grass has not recovered as well as we'd like it to. So we're just gonna skip it this time and then let them get on it again next time we come around, which is only a couple of weeks. I was dropping off Favia, and the guy at the processing, Paul, he said, I was telling him this is our favorite, and she comes to us and she's like a pet. And he said, well, that's why you don't name them. But the truth is, we're always gonna name our sheep. They each have unique personalities, and we feel like it gives them a level of respect and uniqueness. I'm not criticizing that philosophy of not naming them. Actually, some people will just use numbers, and you're still talking about number 1042 or 103 or whatever. So they kind of have a name.